What would make this woman think she could hold her girlfriend hostage while she was desperately trying to call the police?
Freaking out. She was on my throat.
Where's she at?
She's in there.
Tell me what's going on.
I wanted to leave and she wouldn't let me, and now I can't because of this.
Did she break your phone too?
Yeah, she broke my phone. She is. Like, can you please get in there and help me?
Hold on, we're just trying to figure out what's going on right now, okay? You gotta tell us. Do you need medical?
No, I don't know. I just wanna.
What's going on? Is your girlfriend in there?
Yeah.
What happened?
And she like, I told her I wanted. Yes, I told her I wanted to leave. I don't have my glasses. I can't. I didn't have any way to contact anyone.
Okay.
And she was on top of me. She slammed me into the wall, into the ground, and I couldn't breathe.
What happened? Were you guys arguing or something, or?
I told her I wanted to leave, and she wouldn't let me.
Okay, pause right here. When someone says, "I couldn't breathe," and "I thought I was going to die," that is a massive red flag in domestic violence investigations. From a legal standpoint, restriction of breathing, even briefly, can elevate charges dramatically. Officers immediately start thinking about strangulation protocols, potential felony implications, and medical evaluation. Notice how the officer asks about losing consciousness and EMS. That's not casual conversation. That's building a case. And here's the key tension. At this moment, the narrative sounds terrifying. But stay with me, because in just a few minutes, the story shifts. Big time.
Do you have any injuries?
I don't think so.
Okay, did she hit you or she choke you? Anything like what? What was
She
she
like
doing?
along with my mouth, and I
She's covering
couldn't
your mouth
breathe.
now? Okay. Did you lose consciousness at all?
I almost did because I
Okay.
thought I was gonna die.
Okay. Do you need EMS? How'd you get away?
She was done on to me, like she got tired or something because I couldn't breathe or something.
Okay. Are you okay? Is this your vehicle here?
Yeah, I tried to get away.
Okay. And she's up there right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you hang out here with my partner here? Are you able to just pull your car over to the side? Okay, and then just hang tight. I'm gonna go talk to her. Hello. Hi. Did you hear anything going on upstairs?
Oh,
Yeah? What happened?
I don't know.
Okay, did you hear anything?
I just heard rumbling.
Okay.
Crying.
Liana! Akron police, come to the front door! Come over here and sit, alright? Just come over here and sit. Liana, it's the Akron police, come to the front door!
It's Tiana.
Tiana? What's going on, Tiana?
She's flipping out. Normally when she flips out, I try to Normally when she flips out, she's got hyperthyroid, whatever. She has meltdown. So normally I try to like pin her down until she calms down and stops crying.
Yeah.
When I let her go because she's calmed down and told me that she was gonna stop crying, she started breaking shit. She's trying to. Last night it was her PlayStation. This time it was her phone.
She broke her phone?
Yes, and now she's running outside, like crying and creating a storm.
Okay.
She got mad at me for going to Panera Bread. I was on the phone and my phone was overheating, so I couldn't call her back. It wasn't working.
Okay.
I got home, I was on the phone, just chilling in the car. She runs up to me, creating a huge hissy fit, says she's gonna call 911. So she's gonna do all these things, break all the shit in the house, like everything. I'm sitting here and I just wanted to eat my freaking soup.
Yeah.
So I try to like calm her down. I try to pin her down. I try to tell her that I love her.
How'd you get her down?
I literally just sit on her. Every time I just sit on her.
How'd you get her down to the ground?
I just sat on her.
Okay.
Did you catch that? I literally just sit on her every time. She's describing a pattern. And that's where this gets legally dangerous. Even if someone claims they're trying to calm their partner down, physically restraining someone, sitting on them, covering their mouth, preventing them from leaving, can absolutely meet the elements of domestic violence or unlawful restraint. Intent matters, but so does impact. And here's the contradiction brewing. One person says she couldn't breathe and was slammed into walls. The other says this is basically a misguided cuddle intervention gone wrong. So who's minimizing? Who's exaggerating? Or are we watching two people trapped in a cycle neither of them can control?
Like she was already on the ground?
No, she was sitting down and I just sat
Okay,
on her.
you just...
Like, she sits on the couch and I sat on her.
Okay, on the couch.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm tired of this.
Were you, like, mounted her? Like,
no.
like holding her down? Like,
yeah, I just sat, like, you know, like when we're kissing and I'm on top of her?
Yeah.
And we're kissing, that's what all I did. I just sat on her. Normally it calms her down. I tell her that I love her. She usually calms down and says that she loves me back. That's what she did this time, except she lied to me when I let her go. And I was like, all right, we're calm now. I let her go. She broke her phone. She ran outside and begged for the police.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Where were your hands at during this? So when you were on top of her, like, where were your hands at in relation to her body?
I was trying to wipe off her hair. I was trying to kiss her. I was trying to help her not hit herself in the head.
Okay.
She goes like this.
Yeah.
Then hits herself in the head.
Okay.
This happens every day.
Yeah.
Literally every day.
You guys were together, right?
Yes.
How long you guys been together?
A year.
A year? Okay. And this is an ongoing thing? How can we resolve this? Like, I mean, I've been out here, I know this
A
is...
million times.
Yeah.
I thought I did resolve it by calming her down every time.
Yeah.
And it normally works. We haven't called the police in ages because I've been trying to, like, get her... She's getting her surgery soon. She should be better.
Yeah.
She's going to be better. And I'm not leaving her.
Well, the problem here now is she's claiming you assaulted her.
I didn't assault her.
Okay. And so she's not saying you punched her or anything like that.
No,
She was saying she was claiming that you held her down and she was scared.
Yes, I held her down. No,
that you were
fine.
that you were physically hurting her.
I wasn't physically hurting her.
Covering her mouth.
Yes, I did, because she was trying to bite me.
Okay.
Here's the turning point. The officer makes it clear. Regardless of how Tiana frames it, the other woman is claiming assault. And in domestic cases, officers don't need the victim to press charges. That's a huge misconception. In many states, including Ohio, once officers determine there's probable cause, an arrest is often mandatory or strongly preferred. It's about preventing escalation. And notice how Tiana admits to covering her mouth because she was trying to bite? That's still physical force. Even if she believed she was helping. The law doesn't operate on "I meant well." It operates on whether force was used unlawfully. That distinction, it's everything.
Like when you were on top of her, she was trying to bite you?
Yeah, she was trying to hit herself in the head. What else was she doing? She was screaming. She was trying to bite me.
So she was trying to bite you and you like put your hand over her mouth to push her down?
Yes, because she was trying to like bite like my arm or something.
Yeah. Do you have any marks from that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Scrape marks, anything like that?
I don't know. I have so much adrenaline through my body right now that I don't know.
Could you come out here so I get a better look at you?
How old are you?
22.
22? How long have you been with her?
Over a year.
Over a year? Have you guys been having issues like this before? Or?
No, until she like it's like, I mean, not like this bad. I couldn't breathe this time. We had a domestic violence case.
Okay.
But she, like, I think she's done with that.
Was that something you were involved in, or?
No, she beat me up.
Okay.
But I never been able not to breathe when she beat me up.
Okay. So did you have to go to court and stuff for that, or?
No, she did.
She did?
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing on your
I
neck,
didn't choke
other side of the
her.
neck.
I didn't hurt her. The intention was not to
Is this
hurt her.
is this from picking your face? Okay. What about the little blood up top there?
She like hit me or something.
What'd she
but
hit
it's
you with?
Fine. She like tried to get me off.
Can I get a look at that?
It's fine.
I know, I just need to see it. Okay. What'd she hit you with?
I don't remember. She just like got up. That's when she broke her phone. She like got up really angrily because I thought we were like cool because she was like settling down and she was telling me that everything's fine. So I let her up and then she like exploded up, hit me in the head and everything. But it's fine.
Well, I mean, it's not fine, right? Like, I mean, we get driving down the road
always tells me to f***ing leave her. I'm not leaving her.
Well, I mean, somebody's gonna end up in prison. Leaving her prison sound better.
I can't leave her.
Good.
I cannot leave her. She's about to have her surgery. I'm not leaving her until I see after the surgery if she's better.
Okay, well, it's clearly it's not working.
It is working.
It's not working.
No.
If we're out here this often, it's clearly not working.
She's sick and that's wrong.
Don't you guys have another apartment?
She does, but she doesn't have the keys to those apartments. She would probably have to go to her uncle's.
Alright, sit tight for a second. Just hang out right here on this front porch. Right here. On these blue chairs, or either that or on these steps.
Can you tell her to just give me my money so I can fix my phone? She has some of my money.
Okay, well, we're gonna figure it out, alright? Like I said, I don't want you to worry about what's gonna happen.
I don't care, like that she beat me up or anything. I don't care. I just want my phone fixed. I want to be able to call my family.
No.
How'd your phone get broken?
Slammed it on the floor multiple times.
Who did? She did?
Because I wanted to call my family to get away so that they could pick me up.
So she broke that so you couldn't call emergency services?
Yes.
13.
I just want her to pay for it. Come out.
Okay, well, if she prevented you from calling 911, it's going to be a bigger issue, okay?
No, I don't want her to go to jail.
Well,
I don't want her to go to jail. I don't want her to go to jail.
Listen.
I don't.
Miss, go ahead and stand up for me.
Am I being arrested?
Yes, ma'am. You're under arrest.
Babe, please!
Stand up.
Please don't arrest me again!
Stand up. Stand up.
Please,
Right now.
babe, please!
Stand up. Right now. Turn around.
Please, please!
Turn around. Turn around.
Again!
Face the wall.
Not
Face the wall.
She's saying don't arrest me, please!
Okay, it doesn't matter with domestics. In the car. In the car.
Please!
In the car.
This right here is critical. Domestic violence is a preferred arrest in the state of Ohio. Translation: once officers establish probable cause, they are expected to make an arrest. It doesn't matter if the alleged victim changes their mind. It doesn't matter if they say, "I don't care if I get beat up." The state becomes the one pursuing the case, not the individual. And listen to the desperation. Please don't arrest her again. That word again tells us this isn't new. This is a cycle. And officers are looking at escalation risk. Let me ask you, if you were that officer knowing this history, would you walk away?
Domestic violence is a preferred arrest in the state of Ohio.
No, please, not everything. Can you please not arrest her,
Miss, this isn't the
please?
first time we've been out here with you guys. Okay?
Please, I know, please, okay, I will shut my mouth. I don't care if I get beat up, I don't care.
Okay,
Please,
well, I care, okay?
Can you please arrest her, please, on everything, please?
We cannot do that, ma'am. As of right now, we're going to arrest her, and there'll be a protection order in place. A temporary protection order in place until after this all gets resolved through the courts.
No, please, can you please? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you please help her, please?
So, I mean, you can't try to contact her either, okay? At this time, we have to make an arrest.
Please, can I do anything? I'll do anything, please, on everything. I'm sorry. I don't care about my phone anymore. I don't care about my phone. Okay, I'm sorry. I should have never said anything. Please. Look, you made a mistake. It's fine. Can you please? Please.
This isn't the first time. This is going to continue to escalate.
Okay, well, I'm fine. Please, can you not arrest her?
We cannot do that.
Is there any way can you please not arrest her, please?
No, ma'am.
Please.
We cannot do that. She's going to start Summit County Jail.
Please, for what? For what?
Domestic violence.
No, she didn't bump. It wasn't that bad. Please, can you not arrest her? Please, I'm still alive, please.
No, ma'am.
Please. No.
That line hits hard. There's no way for me to guarantee she doesn't kill you unless she goes to jail. Officers are no longer treating this like a minor scuffle. They're assessing lethality risk. Repeated calls, prior domestic violence case, escalating physical restraint, broken phone preventing contact with family. Those factors stack up fast. And notice the emotional dynamic. The alleged victim is minimizing everything in real time. It wasn't that bad. She was trying to help me. That's incredibly common in toxic domestic cycles. The emotional bond doesn't erase the danger, but it absolutely clouds judgment. So here's the question. Is this love, trauma bonding, or fear talking?
No way for me to
nothing
guarantee
happened.
that she doesn't kill you unless she goes to jail.
She just broke my phone. Nothing happened. She just broke my
She
phone.
told me that she was laid on top of you.
No, she just broke my phone.
Okay.
She was trying to help me.
And how come everybody else heard you screaming, "Get off
Can
me"?
you please, can you just please help her? Please, can you take her away?
We are taking her to jail. I think you need help.
No,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Please, I just want her to be back with me. I'm sorry. She will forgive me. I'll forgive her. Please, she will.
You guys have only been together for a year, and this is like escalating.
Okay, well, she'll be saying sorry.
No, it's
not
not
her
healthy.
fault.
It
It's
is
not her fault. It's
Your
not her
relationship
fault.
is not healthy with her.
I know, but it's not her fault. Please, can you please unedit?
Okay, it's never okay to put your hands on
Okay,
somebody.
She was just holding me down, okay? This is the last time. This is the last time we're ever gonna do this. Please.
I don't believe that.
She will straighten up, please.
No. This is not the first time we've been out with you guys.
Okay, it will never happen again.
I've been over here several times, and your relationship is not healthy. She's controlling of you.
Okay, I will forgive her, please. Please, I'll forgive her, please. I love you, I love you, I love you! I love you, I love you, I love you.
Copley and
Bond me out! Bond me out! I love you! Is there any way?
and help with them.
Please, please.
Have you ever been arrested on domestic violence before?
Yes.
Did it ever go through? Have you ever been sentenced or anything like that?
Yep, she wrote a letter to the judge, and I got out with community service.
Well, did they reduce it from a DV? Or did they keep it at a DV?
They did it disorderly.
They dropped it to a DOC?
Yes.
They don't.
She has an open case for aggravated assault. I don't understand how this is my fault. Is it illegal to hold someone down if they're trying to hurt themselves?
In the end, the woman was arrested and charged with domestic violence and unlawful restraint. Legally, the officers had probable cause. Physical restraint admitted on camera, prior history, visible marks, and a broken phone allegedly used to prevent contact with help. In Ohio, that triggers action, not negotiation. Whether her intent was to calm her down doesn't override the law. Physical control without consent crosses a line. And perhaps the most tragic part? The person asking for help didn't want the consequences once they arrived. This case highlights how complicated domestic violence can be, emotionally, legally, and psychologically. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think the arrest was justified? Was this protection or control? Drop your opinion in the comments. And if you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.